And then finally, at the 6:16 mark of the third quarter.
Say it with me.
Sasha, 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 Sasha.
Vezi, 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 Vezi.
It was good to see Sasha. All right, I don't want to make too much of like lineups, especially in the first preseason game, because Brown literally played the starters together and played the entire bench unit together. Obviously, during the regular season, that's being staggered. He's going to miss, it's going to be mixed up a little bit. I was a little surprised Sasha came in at the 6:16 mark of the third quarter. Before we get to maybe some of the reasoning behind that, let's just talk about what you saw. Sasha played 11 minutes and 19 seconds in this game and had a game-high 12 points to go along with 2 rebounds and assists, 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 4 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the line. What do you see from Sasha in his minutes?
I think one of the first things we saw was like a little bit of a backdoor cut, and it was nice to just see him like, okay, again, we talk about basketball IQ with this team. He knows how to move without the basketball. He knows where to move, and he can move. Great. So glad that that is there. But then when he shoots the effing ball, I was trying to describe it to Deuce, and you know when people say like butter, it is the epitome of that definition, like butter. It is so smooth. I don't even understand it. And all the Kings players have described it all training camp or on media day, talking about like his shot. It's just automatic, all these things. And then you see it for yourself. Like I saw it in EuroLeague, whatever, but really just seeing it. And the Kings put out an Instagram of him shooting before the game. And it was just, it's so smooth. It's different. And I loved seeing him shoot the ball out there.
Someone in our Discord, I think, mentioned that it looks like Sasha has to shoot the ball in 0.4 of a second or it's just going to blow up in his face. And I thought that was the best thing. It is butter, Morgan. It totally is butter. And I thought it looked just as advertised. I mean, we watched him play in the EuroLeague, and it's just like, yeah, this guy fits.
Yeah.
This guy moves off ball. I thought defensively, it's kind of what I thought. I'm like, there's going to be some bad matchups for him in the league, but he moves well.
Mm-hmm.
He plays physical. He's smart, moves without the ball, and can knock down an open 3. He's got good size. I mean, I think he checks so many boxes. So you're probably wondering, wow, why was it 6:16 mark when he was out there with Colby Jones, Keon Ellis, Trey Lyles, and Alex Len? Can I give you my theory? Because then he ends up playing with Jones, Ellis, Kessler Edwards, and Alex Len.
Give us your theory. And yes, and what I will say, when Deuce at first was like, there's got to be a reason, I said, hey, let's not overthink this, but I also appreciate this theory.
My theory on this is I think Mike Brown knows what he has in Sasha. I think he's seen enough. Like, the Kings sent Monty McNair, Wes Wilcox, Mike Brown. So many people went over just to see Sasha play.
Correct.
You don't make that type of effort if you're like, hey, is this guy even going to break into the rotation? That would seem weird to me. Okay.
Yeah.
So my theory is he knows what he has, and he's like, I want to see how these young guys work with him. Having a high IQ player, a vet who's 28 years old, who's been the EuroLeague MVP, getting him out there with these guys can help them and put them in spots.
Or maybe
I don't know.
And maybe even this, on going off of your theory, it's more like, hey, Sasha, you're playing with a crew that needs more leadership. Can you not be passive, and can you take control at times when they need you to, when you should? Because I think that's the number one thing that we've heard from media day all the way through some of these training camp practices is that, like, not that he's necessarily passive, but he's not selfish. And I think there's times where they're going to
look for his, for sure.
Yes. And I think Keegan Murray was someone that they saw that happen a lot last year. You understand that he's a rookie. Yes, Sasha Vezenkov technically is a rookie, but he's also played at a very high level for quite some time, and he's 28 years old. So it's like, shoot the damn ball. So yeah, theory was more that Mike Brown wanted him to take over with those lineups.
I
Didn't
think
see it happen.
I also think it helps them get organized too, right? Like I think just having a smart player, just putting a bunch of young guys out there for themselves.
Yeah.
I think putting them out there is a good thing.
Yeah,
right. Like,
I agree.
So that's kind of how I looked at it, because ultimately when you watch this guy play, I go, oh, he's going to be impactful for the team. Like I don't have a question as to whether or not he's going to be in the rotation. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe in practice and some of these scrimmages that the Kings have had early in training camp, the defense is a bigger issue than maybe we saw tonight. And they're concerned about that. Maybe. But I just watched him. I'm like, he does too many good things offensively not to be out there.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree. I literally was getting so sad when we weren't seeing him play in that first. That was one of the things I was looking forward to, was just seeing him play. Just because I'm selfish. And finally we got to see him go out there. And it was fun. That's what I'll say about it. It was fun.
It was.
You know, just
finally
finally seeing it was like, I'm excited to see where this can go.
So are you buying into my theory a little bit?
Your theory is not, it's not a flawed theory.
Thank you.
But the way that I took over your theory and said that he should be the number one guy in that group, and it's like, you should be leading and getting yours, I think is more.
He had 12 points in 11 minutes and 19 seconds.
Yeah.
He led the Kings in scoring. Yeah,
exactly.
he did
As
that.
he should.
Yeah,
Yes. That's
exactly.
my point.